Hello and welcome again to Naunies Bootcamp Cooking. Today I have a fabulous recipe that I want to share with you that I have had personally for 50 years. And it is called, well, the original recipe was German pancakes, but my kids, they're in their 40s now, and when they were little munchkins, they wanted to call them special pancakes. And they kind of look like a crepe, but these are fabulous for the breakfast. And I'm going to give you the ingredients to make a single batch. If you got more than 2 people, you're going to have to double this recipe because it is that good. And most people can't eat more than 2 because they're very filling. Okay, so for a single batch, enough for 2 people, we start off with 1 cup of flour. And right in there. And then we are going to have 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And we're going to put that in there. And I got to get the rest of that out of there because I don't want to lose my butter. And I'm going to also need my spatula, which my good one is in the dishwasher. So I'm going to have to use this one. Now 2 eggs. I cracked them already, put them here in the bowl, and I'm just going to throw those in there. That's 2 eggs. Then I have 1 cup of whole milk, and easy. This is an easy, cheesy recipe. A half a teaspoon of salt. Make sure you get the half a teaspoon and not the half a table. And that goes in there. And now it's a half a tablespoon of sugar. So here's my sugar, and that looks good. So all you do, just take your whisk and you beat it, and you beat it, and you beat it. Get out all of the lumps as best as you can. Just a few minutes of mixing. Trust me, these are awesome. This has been, I've had it for 50 years. My daughter makes it for her children, and I've had a lot of people ask for this recipe. My granddaughter, Sophia, is filming, and she's always reminded me, if you like our recipes, like us, subscribe to us, ring the bell, and make any comments if they're good ones. I always like to share my recipes because it's a compliment when people ask you for them. Now, the big thing you have to have, if you don't have this, don't even bother. You need a Teflon coated pan because it'll stick on anything else. This way they'll slide around, you can turn them over easy, or forget it. Okay, so I'm gonna get the pan heated and I'll meet you. I'm going to cook these delicious little special pancakes. And with my Teflon pan, I am gonna coat it with some butter just to have that little coating on there, just to make sure nothing sticks. And once my pan is heated, I will take a big scoop of this. I've been making these, so we're running out of the batter. And you drop it in there, and you carefully turn it around in the pan to coat it as evenly as you can. Put it back on the fire, and let this cook probably about a minute and a half. You'll see it begin to pull away on the sides once it begins to cook. So once this is done, then I'm going to show you how to flip it over, okay? Okay, now this is cooked probably about a minute and a half. And you can see it's going to begin to pull away from the sides. You take your fork, and if you lift it up, you can see it's beginning to get that nice golden brown. So what I'm going to do is very gently pick it up and flip it over. And this is why you're using a Teflon pan. Take a look at that. It just slides around so nice. And we're going to let this cook for like maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. It doesn't take that much to get the other side to the same color. So we're just going to let that sit for a second. And while that's cooking, my grandson would kill me if I didn't mention it again. If you like our website, Naunies Bootcamp Cooking, if you like the recipes, you've tried them out, please, I urge you to try these out. You're going to love them. We would like you to share our videos, like us, ring the bell, and if you have any positive comments to make, we would love to hear from you. So here, this is beginning to get a little browner, and I'll just leave it on for another 15 seconds or so, and then I'm going to take it off. And this is nice because it just slides right off. Now, this is a big pancake. Looks like a crepe. My grandson, who's in the 1st grade, he always says, "Oh, Noni, I can eat 3 or 4 of those." And I said, "Oh, really?" His eyes are bigger than his belly. He's only in the 1st grade. But God bless him, he can put away like 2.5 of these. So now we're going to turn off the heat. And we're going to slide that right off onto the plate. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, normally, I have melted butter that I pour on the top. But I'm lazy. I'm lazy today. So we're just going to put some butter, plain old butter, all over the place. And just got to coat this thing in butter because, oh, it's going to be so delicious. And then you take one side and you're going to roll it up like a cigar. Oh, look at that nice little brown right there. And then you pour some syrup on it. Oh, these are so delicious. So delicious. So now, let's take a bite. With all this fattening, cholesterol-ridden, delicious. Oh my God, let me see. These are good. Oh my, you're gonna love these. Once you feed these to your babes, they're gonna want them all the time. And you can't have them all the time because they're, you know, the syrup, the butter. Oh yeah, hold on. Oh yeah. Special pancakes, also known as German pancakes. I think this recipe is about 100 years old because it's 50 years that I've had it. And my family loves it. Other people who've had this, especially my nephews, now they're in their mid-40s, and they would come over, "Aunt Suzanne, make the crepes." They would call them crepes. And but now neither one of them touch gluten or dairy, so oh no, they wouldn't touch these now. Thank you very much for joining us for this edition of our special pancakes. And again, thank you for coming to Naunies Bootcamp Cooking. And we will see you again in the future with another delicious recipe.